Hey guys, it's Zach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be starting the first of my 2021 fantasy football preview videos. In these videos, I'm going to be looking back at the film to evaluate players for the 2021 fantasy football season. First up on my schedule is Baker Mayfield. Now, Baker is not necessarily the exciting fantasy stud, not somebody you're going to be targeting in the early rounds. But as I watched Baker play, especially in the second half of the 2020 season, I really liked what I saw from him, and I started to think whether he could be a viable fantasy option for the 2021 season. So I wanted to go back and look at the second half of his season a little bit closer. I mainly wanted to see if there is the potential for that breakout season, sort of like what we just saw with Josh Allen, where he was in a run-heavy offense. He made a lot of mistakes in previous seasons, but suddenly broke out this year and was a top 3 fantasy option. Or even setting our expectations a little bit lower, can he become a Ryan Tannehill, who is certainly a viable fantasy starter despite being in such a run-heavy offense? Now, this past season, Baker Mayfield was QB 18 in fantasy, but you may remember there were 3 games right there in the middle of the season. They were really bad weather games, either really strong wind or snow. In those games, the Browns really didn't throw the ball much, so the stats obviously weren't very good for Baker. But after that, he had a really strong stretch, and he led the Browns to the playoffs for the first time in about 20 years. So I went back and evaluated Baker's final 8 games after that bad weather stretch that he had. In those games, he had a 15-2 touchdown to interception ratio, had some good games against some very good defenses like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Giants. But beyond the stats, I wanted to go back and look to see if his play passes the eye test. So I'm also including a Week 7 game against the Bengals, which was one of his stronger games of the season. So here I'm going to show you the film. I'm going to show you some of the highlights and even some of the lowlights from Baker Mayfield from the 2020 season. So the first one, red zone play, Baker shows off the arm strength on the touchdown there, threads the needle after looking off the defender. This one's into the fourth quarter. Nice back shoulder throw that you're going to see here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Top of the screen there. Next one a couple minutes later. This is a good job by Baker. This is kind of what he does best, I think. Shrugs off the pressure here. Guy around his foot. Extending plays, I think that's what I've really been impressed by when I watch this film of Baker. Ignore the trimming there at the top, but here is a great throw here on a game-winning drive here from Baker. This is fourth quarter, about a minute left. Awesome throw there. Follows it up with this one. Perfect throw to Donovan Peoples-Jones there for the touchdown and the game winner. Get one more angle of that. Perfect throw. Then we'll go to Week 12. This was, Jags defense isn't that great. He missed some guys in this game, but he was mostly pretty accurate against the Jags. It wasn't just the bad defense. This one is a great throw, but unfortunately it is dropped incomplete, so that's one that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. We'll fast forward here to the second quarter now. Again, this is example of what I like to see from Baker, some of the best stuff that he does. Right here, escapes the pressure, throws on the move, boom, about 15-20 yards downfield. So he'll also roll out to the left a decent amount here on these play actions, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. There, he's got all day to throw, but awesome throw downfield, about 25 yards to Jarvis Landry. This you can't have. This has to be a touchdown. I don't know how he misses Higgins there. Hunt's upset. But, then follows this up. That's high. Can't have that either to Landry. Now we got a play action throw. Really nice route there at the top. Missile to the outside, incomplete. This one, this play action in your own end zone, this is a tight window throw. I'm still not even 100% sure this was a good decision. Almost an interception there, but he gets it to Jarvis. Next, we'll go to the Titans game the following week. That should be a touchdown. obviously. That's not going to show up in the stat sheet as a touchdown, but it should be. Here's one, I don't know if we're going to see much of this, but Jarvis Landry with the throw to Baker. 2 feet in. This is an example of one that shows up as a touchdown, but I mean, I could have made that throw to the offensive lineman there. Very next play here. Awesome route here. You know, this is more about Peoples-Jones beating the man at the top, but still on the hits DPJ on the move. Perfect throw from Baker, even though his man was pretty much wide open. Here he just got some great arm strength there from Baker. Definitely one of his key attributes. This is a pretty throw. Drop in for a touchdown back of the end zone. And Rashard Higgins catches it. This was, again, another one rolling out to the left. I'd like to see that. There was a guy on him, but he was able to get the ball off and complete the pass. So by this point, it's 38-7 at half against the Titans, and he didn't really have to do too much more in this game. This was just another example of a good pass by him that won't show up in the stat sheet because of the drop. So this was really the signature game from Baker, this Monday night game against Baltimore. This is tough. You got to have that. The receiver beats his man. You know, as much as this was a signature game, there were even more throws there for Baker. He wasn't perfect by any means in this game. Next one is a second quarter throw that kind of looks like it might be a drop, but I think Humphrey gets his hand in there just enough. This is an incomplete pass from Baker, but this is an excellent play. Feels the pressure. Actually, it looks like he might get sacked here, but he rolls out. Able to find the tight end, but he just falls down. Signature game, but not always the best plays from Baker here. You're going to see Kareem Hunt go out for a pass here out of the backfield, and Baker's got to make this throw to Hunt. If he makes it, it's a touchdown. Instead, he tries to drop it down to the tight end. It's incomplete. This is just great arm strength again, over the middle to Landry. This is an example of that play action roll out to the left not working out because of the pressure. Has to throw it too quickly, and looked like he almost had a man there open, but can't set his feet to make the throw. This here again is what you want to see from Baker. Gets a little pressure, thrown on the move. Great throw downfield at the sideline. Receiver makes a nice catch. Now this, here comes Kareem Hunt out of the backfield. This he makes up for the one earlier. Really nice route by Kareem Hunt. Drops it in there after the double move. Down to the 3. Later they run it in for the touchdown. Now again, this was a signature game for Baker, but it's not all good. Here he's going to stare down his receiver. The linebacker drops back. Boom, interception. And you can't have that. Now here we go. Later in the game, fourth quarter, here comes the comeback. 13 minutes to go. He's going to buy himself a little time here. Really nice throw. Touchdown. About 7 minutes later, they're driving again. This one should have been a touchdown. Nice throw to Njoku. Little high, but it had to be high because of the coverage, but Njoku can't come down with it. But again, sort of what I'm thinking here is, can Baker become Josh Allen? And you know, this is an example of what he would need to do to more often to be Josh Allen. Nobody's open, takes off, slides in, he's pumped, they're coming back. This throw to Peoples-Jones, I mean, come on. This is just perfect. And I'm actually really liking what I've seen from Peoples-Jones the more I watch again. So they don't end up winning that game, but it was a really nice game from Baker. This is the next week against the Giants. Nice throw there. Again, this is a really solid defense from the Giants. He didn't have an amazing standout game, but he showed off his arm strength again, got the ball into some tight windows. This is very nearly a touchdown. He misses it by about a foot. Higgins makes the throw, but it was outside just a little bit too much. This, again, just talking about the arm strength. off the play action from Baker. Gets it past the defender. Nice catch by Njoku. Here we go. Here, this was an interesting decision. Like, nice throw to Landry, but why don't you throw to Njoku right in front of him? I don't know. This again, this is the arm strength. It's the third and very long. The Giants are kind of back in coverage there, but he does complete it to Peoples-Jones there. This is not what you want. 3:41 to go in the fourth quarter or third quarter. Play action, and it's just way too behind Landry there. But the very next play, much better. Shotgun 4 wide. Buys time. Nice 20-yard throw down the field. Higgins is fired up. Again, just a few more plays just showing off Baker's arm strength against this solid Giants defense where, you know, they won this game. He didn't have to do a whole lot, but he did what was necessary to win this game. Now, Week 16 against the Jets, this was a tough one. If you remember, they were missing a lot of their wide receivers due to COVID. They were down early in this game, and they had to throw the ball a lot. But he was under pressure a lot in this game as well. Here's early throw that was pretty nice from Baker. This next one is the first quarter. There's only maybe like 5 quarterbacks I think who can make this play. Rolls out to the right, looks, nothing. Comes all the way back to the left. 5-yard throw, picks up the first down. Now we're going to the second quarter, 12:49 left in the second quarter. A little play action. Again, just solid arm strength. And I think the play action is again, that's another time when the Browns' passing offense is at its best. Now this is just a bad throw. You can't blame the practice squad wide receiver there. That was just a low throw. Here again, he's under a little bit of pressure. Gets the ball out there. That's a much better throw to the receiver. This one's a little high to Hooper, but that's a drop. That should have been caught. That should be a Baker Mayfield completion. This next one, this is a bad throw. This probably should have been an interception. So that's one where the stat sheet doesn't tell the whole story. Next play, much better. Back shoulder throw to Bradley, the practice squad wide receiver. Now we're down towards the end of the third quarter. Looks, buys time. Finds his man across the middle. And this is another one. I think this is now at the bottom of the screen here. His man's open, and it's just not a good throw. I don't know if it's just they're not on the same page because, again, practice squad wide receivers against the Jets here, but that's not a good throw. And this is the downside of kind of what we talked about with Baker creating. He's looking, he's trying to do something, and the ball comes out. I saw that as an Eagles fan a lot with Carson Wentz this past year, and you can't have that. But again, limited offensive weapons in that game. He gets them back Week 17 against Pittsburgh. This is a game where you got to win to get into the playoffs, and this is just perfect. That is a money pass to Rashard Higgins. Next one, this is in the second quarter. This is sort of a sidearm slinger here you're going to see from Baker. Not a lot of room to throw that one. Completes it to Landry. This one very, very nearly a touchdown. This is another example of just this being a game of inches here. The throw maybe forces Njoku too far out of the end zone. But again, Josh Allen, like here, takes off, sees the open field, runs about 30 yards. We want to see some running for fantasy from Baker. This is only like a 10-yard throw, but I think it's a really solid arm strength to get the first down. This one is not a good one. If that's on target, that's a touchdown. The wide receiver bails him out just to get the catch. Here's another run again. Looks, no one. Boom. Runs over the man, gets the first down. Here he is again, looking, no one open. Another one. He's got a great instincts for finding those first downs, for finding the sticks. So here is the wild card game, and this one is mostly Landry after the catch, but you saw some good arm strength there for him to get that past the defender's arm. But honestly, by this point, it's 28-0 in the second quarter, if you remember this game. So he didn't have to do too much. That one's on Hooper. That's a drop. That's a nice throw. Then top of the screen here, another drop here. This one from Higgins. Now this is a third down, and again, this is just the key running from Baker. Able to find the sticks, just gets just enough here. Doesn't shy away from contact. Maybe you don't want to see that all the time. Again, this is another one where rolling out to the left, usually he makes that throw. He's under a lot of pressure there. This is a tough one too. The defender seems to slightly get a hand on it. It was tough. Maybe just got a pinky on it, but otherwise it's a drop from Hooper. Baker still got it there. This is the division round playoff round against the Chiefs. An offense that he was going to have to try to keep up with all day. Again, on the run. This one, Hooper just kind of falls down, but this was a good throw by Baker on the run to try to create something. This is another example of the rushing. Just takes the ball himself. Looks like it's a designed run. This may be the best throw of the day from Baker. It's just a dime at the bottom of the screen. Drops it in there. Going to see another really good pass from Baker here over the middle to David Njoku. Nice catch in traffic. A couple plays later, just a solid pass to the outside. Now the very next play, you've seen this one probably a bunch. This could easily show up on the stat sheet as a touchdown for Baker. Completes it, but unfortunately Higgins fumbles out of the end zone. It's a touchback, so he's not even able to get another playoff there on offense. And then by this point, they're down 19-3 in the third quarter. I think he's trying to create a lot here. Maybe forces this, but watching the middle of the screen, Landry just sits there. Ball's thrown into the hands of Tyrann Mathieu. Landry's still standing there. So this is on Baker, but I think part of this is on, I'm going to show another angle of this. This is a little bit on Landry too, I think. He just kind of, you'll see top right of the screen. He just kind of stands there. Doesn't really come back for the ball, but probably forced that one, and just a really good read by Honey Badger there to jump in front of that one. This one is a really nice throw. It's a big blitz, gets it out quick. And you get the catch there from Higgins. This is a nice play action, first and goal, touchdown here. Again, the benefit of being in this Browns offense, good running game, is that a lot of people are looking at the run. And then here's the downside of the Browns offense. Fourth quarter, 4:35 to go. Browns driving, 2nd and 10. They try this little screen here. Chiefs seem to be all over it. Then 3rd and 10. He's going to try to get it to Hunt here. Gets about a 2-yard completion. And then that's it. That's the last attempt from Baker Mayfield in the 2020 season. So overall, I liked a lot of what I saw from Baker. Again, he had the 15-2 touchdown to interception ratio, but beyond that, you saw the arm strength from Baker on a lot of those throws. You saw the mobility. You saw the ability to buy time with his legs and even run for first downs, which the running is obviously a huge factor in fantasy football. I think the Browns offense has a lot of elements that set him up for success. They have a very good offensive line, a strong run game through which Baker's able to utilize the play action game very well. Now, I think the big X factor of whether he is going to have this breakout season like a Josh Allen is, can Odell Beckham have that impact similar to what a Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen? I think there is a chance that a healthy Beckham, along with Jarvis Landry and the possible emergence of Donovan Peoples-Jones, along with you have Kareem Hunt out of the backfield, and you have the tight ends like Austin Hooper and Harrison Bryant, you have the makings of a very good offense here. And if they let Baker throw the ball a little bit more, maybe run the ball a little bit more, we could see a Ryan Tannehill-esque season from Baker Mayfield, which certainly puts him in line to be a fantasy football starter and somebody that I think I will be targeting in the late rounds if I don't select a quarterback early in drafts. So that's it for this video. Again, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these fantasy football 2021 previews, looking back at the film. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this channel if you like this content. And if you want to see more from me, check out my Twitter and my Twitch at Mr. Zach T. Thanks for stopping by, and go Birds.